What's going on, guys? Micro here, and welcome to Black Ops 3 Aced Episode 3. And in today's episode, we're going to be discussing the benefits of the new audio profiles in Black Ops 3. In case you guys didn't know, there are 5 new audio profiles in Black Ops 3, starting from the Treyarch Mix, Bass Boost, High Boost, Super Crunch, and Headphones. Each one of these has their own unique sound. Obviously, starting with Treyarch's Mix, it's their idea of what the audio should sound like between their bass levels, their treble levels, the volume, and things of that nature, and so on. Bass Boost is obviously higher bass, High Boost is higher treble, Super Crunch is a balance in between bass and treble, and Headphones obviously increases the intensity of the sound for people using headsets, which is what these sound profiles are all designed for, are headphones, I would imagine. Now, each one of these audio profiles may be beneficial to different people. It is all personal preference. Some people may have a harder time hearing bass, so they can use Bass Boost. Some people may have a harder time using or hearing treble, so they might use the High Boost. It's just all personal preference, and everyone's ears are different, and every one of their sound profiles could be different based on what they hear better, what they can't hear better, and just what sounds the best to them. So what I'm going to do for you guys now is play a sample of each of the different audio profiles in-game. Hopefully you can hear it over the capture software. And I'm going to play a quick sample for you guys of each individual one. I have a firing sound, I have a reloading sound, and I have a grenade sound for each of the audio profiles. I'm going to go ahead and play them for you guys, and then I'm going to give you guys what the ones I like the best and the ones I don't like so much, and then I'm going to explain to you guys why. So here's the first one, starting with Treyarch Mix. I'm going to go in order. Here it is. Now, starting first with the Treyarch Mix, I think this is a great default. If you guys didn't even know these audio profiles existed, I think just leaving it on the Treyarch standard mix would be great. I think it has a perfect balance, well, not exactly a perfect, but a great balance between enough bass, enough treble. The only thing it lacks for me is the intensity, which is the volume and the rate at which you hear things, if that makes any sense. To me, it makes sense in my mind, but it's just the intensity, how much punch and kick guns have, explosions have. Found that it just didn't have enough intensity for me. Next up, we go on to the Bass Boost. Now, this is great. You know, everyone loves that really good, hard-hitting bass. But for me, the Bass Boost isn't a valid option just because it adds too much boost and takes away from the treble, and it's very hard to hear things like such as wall running if you're trying to sound whore. I don't think it's really viable for that. Now, on the other side, the High Boost, the increased treble and reduced bass, for me, it's really great for sound whoring. I think you could sound whore really easy with that. It just takes away from the intensity and the experience of the game, just because it doesn't hit as hard because that bass isn't there, giving that driving factor there that you can actually feel. Now, next, moving on to Super Crunch. For me, this is the one I personally use. I think it has a perfect blend between treble, bass, and intensity. I can hear things really easily with the amount of treble, and the bass in it I can actually feel, and it gives the gameplay a very, very good feeling based on the audio. And the intensity level is absolutely perfect. The explosions sound nice and crisp without being too loud, and for me, it just has the perfect audio level, and the mixing in it is absolutely great. So Super Crunch is my personal favorite. And now next up is a really good option for headphone users, obviously, because it is called headphones. But for me, this one is just like Super Crunch, except for the intensity level is driven up a bunch. As you can hear in the video, the grenade sound, it almost hurts my ears because it's too intense. And it's really good for sound whoring. This is probably the best one for sound whoring. It just... if I have my volume up so where it's good for guns or whatever, and then an explosion goes off and almost blows my eardrums out, that is obviously not a good sign. Now, as I mentioned before, Super Crunch is my personal favorite. It has the perfect audio mixes, but my least favorite, I would have to say, is the bass boost. Yes, it does give it that, you know, that nice hearty bass that everyone loves. Just in my personal preference, now adding that much bass actually takes away from the feeling of the game, and it really takes away from the skill level because you can't hear as much beneficial things as you would like to. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave that hot thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace out, guys.